It's a quick and easy tutorial today on how to get fuller and fatter sounds in Ableton just using stock plugins. So there is to it. Pretty much my go-to channel on how to make sounds just a little bit more fatter and fuller, and it's so simple. I'll show you and then you can use it in your own productions. First and foremost, OGs on the channel will recognize that from a few years back. It's my pendulum inspired tune that I made on the channel, start to finish. Anyways, so say we want to beef up the drums just a little bit more. Typically how I would start is a little bit of an overdrive, drop this down to its lowest value. So we want 50 Hertz with 0.5 bandwidth. You notice that kick is suddenly boxy, but that's fine. So we can just drop this dry wet down to something that suits better. I would typically go anywhere between like 10% to 50%, 50% on maybe like sub bass if you're really trying to push it. And boxy-ish sound. But for drums, typically don't need that much. 13% will do fine. Next up is classic OTT. You can find that under multiband, and that instantly is too much already, so around 20% I reckon. Just a subtle amount like that is fine. Next up is a little bit of a weird one. It is grain delay. This is going to make our sound a little bit more fuller because it's introducing like another layer on top of the sound already. My go-to settings are turn sync off, switch that to time, and then drag it all the way down to 1 millisecond. So you'll hear what it's doing. What I typically like to do is up the pitch to 12 semitones, which is like an octave above, so it's going to be in tune when we later drag this on like leads or melodic elements. But of course on drums it sounds weird till we dial in that frequency, right? And of course the theme with this rack is dropping the dry wet down. It's kind of pushing the sound out to the sides and then raising it an octave, so it's just making it a little bit more fuller. Is fuller a word? It's about to be a word. And lastly, reverb. I love the Ballard reverb preset. Switch this high cut off, low cut on. We just want to kind of introduce a little bit more reverb on that high end frequencies. Decay can come down, dry wet can be wherever suits. That will sound great on a lead. Why did I start this on the drums? I should have started on the lead where we can really hear everything kind of in action together. And lastly, saturator. Big fan of just normal analog clip and bump this up by like 3 decibels. Select all these plugins, Command A or Control A, Command G or Control G, depending if you're Windows or Mac. That grain delay is sounding a bit weird, so sounds a bit better, so we're essentially just adding all these subtle characteristics to the sound, like the little beefy low end, and the grain delay weirdness, and the reverb. And then we're applying the saturator, giving it a bit more color and just squishing it all together. So let's hear that in the context of the track. The volumes are slightly different, like this rack is slightly louder because we're introducing more volume, so we're just going to turn this down -2 dB. Give a more accurate kind of hearing of the before and after. Oh, maybe 1 dB. Okay, that's drums. Anyway, I'm going to click, hold, and drag this onto the lead, and then we make some adjustments. I don't know why I started with the drum. Putting this on the lead will definitely make it shine. And we can definitely up these values. If you're wearing headphones, you'll be able to hear the grain delay just like tickling the sides of your ears. I don't know. It's like a weird... You can definitely hear that delay. That's what it's... So this makes more sense doing it on the lead. A little bit more squish, a little bit more fatter. too much grain delay for that guitar. Really helps fatten up that low end. That should sound sick in the mix. You know what? We can just absolutely just chuck it on everything. Oh, it's too much on the drums. And lastly, yeah, we can put this on vocals. Got your eye burning, you are not backing. Oh, too much. You'll very quickly find out how much you can actually push the grain delay, whether it sounds too chaotic or whether it just blends it in nicely. Typically leads, it sounds fantastic like before, but vocals and drums, yeah. Got your eye burning, you are not backing out of this charade. Make them see them. Kind of sounds a bit chipmunky, but in the context of the mix. And lastly, because I really want to show you just like the overdrive part in action, I'll just load up a bass preset. The overdrive part of the chain I would kind of save for basses because you'll hear what it sounds. Just brings out that low end, adds the harmonics, it just sounds fat. I feel like there's a misconception that when you use plugins, you have to use them at like 100% dry wet to make the most of that effect. But look at this chain. Dry wet, 34, 25, 27, 25. Instead of just using like an effect at its maximum capacity, just 100% the effect is in place. Nah, you can just load in a bunch of different effects, drop the dry wet. So they're just subtly adding character at each step of the way. I think that is really, really effective for mixing and production in general. Classic. Anyway, yeah. The link to this entire Pendulum track from Scratch series will be in the description, along with a link to my sample and serum packs. I do make a bunch of packs, so if you want to support the channel, link to that will be in the description. Drum and bass, bass house, trap, dubstep, you know, all those fun ones. So yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!